everyone? Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the AEW Dynamite Blood and Guts special. Yes, we just witnessed blood and guts, and what a blood and guts it was. As we coming up, we're gonna show you something that's sensitive, but parental is advised. This right here was shown Parker. We don't want to show that for Cesaro and Jack Swagger. They were tag team partners. It was an underrated tag team group. We'll talk about that. Daniel Garcia getting colored, as well as a ton of others getting colored as well. Ooh, man. Also, too, on the show, TBS champion Jade Cargill defends her championship in the open challenge against Layla Gray. We'll see how far fetched she did. In the opening match, Orange Cassidy takes on Ethan Page, two rising stars in AEW battle, as well as Max Caster and Colton, the ass boys, take on Dancing and a mystery partner of Dancing choosing. We'll get to that. And to what is going on here. Christian is on Luchasaurus joining Christian on the dark side. All this and more when the Pro Wrestling Show presents the AEW Dynamite Blood and Guts special, and it starts right now. Thank you all for watching and joining us for the AEW Dynamite Blood and Guts special. As you see right here, the Jericho Appreciation Society taking on the Blackpool Combat Club. We'll get to it on what's going on. But first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect TV on YouTube, and join in the conversation by using the hashtag Pro Wrestling Show and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. We're watching on all our social channels, including our channel on our main channel on YouTube and our other channels accounts on Facebook and Twitch. We thank you for watching. Thank you all again. All right, what a show we have for you. We got a lot to get to. So we're going to kick things off with this. Orange Cassidy teams up. He don't team up. He goes against Ethan Page. Ethan Page of the Manly Hour going against Orange Cassidy in a match that many people saw. Orange Cassidy came out there with his crew in tow, the best friends. They're wearing rainbow or something. Orange Cassidy went there, and Orange Cassidy right here getting the the endorsement with the fingers and stuff. Orange Cassidy showcasing himself on what he wants to do and what he wants to be and stuff. Orange Cassidy winning over Ethan Page. Speaking of Page's tag team partner, the TNT champion, Scorpio Sky, along with his belt holder, he calls the belt Genie. Well, we see right here, he knew that Warlow wants a piece of him. Warlow, who's been on the road trying to post pictures of himself. We'll tell you what Warlow is saying coming up on the Hot Topics later on in the show. Warlow's, you can tell they're pushing Warlow into the championship picture, in the TNT championship picture. Scorpio Sky said Warlow doesn't deserve a shot at the TNT title, but eventually, Warlow's going to get his championship shot one way, one how. So look for Warlow to destroy Scorpio Sky whenever that match takes place. We can see it. Also, too, the newly crowned tag team champions, the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks Super Kick Party. They were in So we'll see on how all that's gonna play out eventually and stuff. As you can tell. So FTR will probably get themselves together and we'll see what's next for FTR. Speaking of that, the Acclaim, the hottest rising team, Max Caster with the raps that makes sense and rhyme. He teamed up with the Ass Boys, Austin and Colton Gunn, with Bill Gunn in their corner, and Danhausen. They went against Danhausen and two partners of his choosing. It was obvious who Danhausen was going to pick. Danhausen picked FTR to help him out. FTR, Danhausen picked FTR right here. FTR with all the gold, the Ring Honor gold, the New Japan gold, the Mexican Tag Team gold. FTR being belt collectors with Danhausen. Danhausen getting the rub from. They won the match. FTR and Danhausen won the match. But are there tension between the Acclaim and the Ass Boys, as the Ass Boys feel like the Acclaim is taking over their spots as sons of the group? Um, Billy Gunn choosing the Acclaim over his own sons, and that's what kind of sparked the tension and stuff on what's going on. I think this is a swerve. Billy Gunn's gonna turn on the Acclaim. Blood is thicker than water. The Acclaim may not see it coming. They might be just a babyface tag team, and you can see it. You can see it right there. You can see the tension. I think they're just building up the tension right now. But look for the Acclaim being turned on by Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn trying to act like he cares about the Acclaim. The Acclaim should know better and stuff. So look for that coming up for. Also, too, TBS champion Jay Carhill. Jay Carhill looking divine like storm. You can tell like she was a storm brewing. Jay Carhill came out there looking for action, and Jay Carhill went against the forgot the chick name is. Man, you may not man, you may know who this chick is that Jay went against, but Jay defeated the chick and let the chick know and stuff what was going on. And Jay won, but the Ember Moon and the rest of them came out there trying to even the odds, but the odds got a little bit stacked for Jay Carhill and company. And now the girl that they was beating on, she now with them. So there's a lot going on with that. We'll see on how far that's gonna go and stuff. Um Also too Christian had an interview with Tony Schiavone and talked about Jungle Boy family once again, ripping Jungle Boy. His father, the late great Luke Perry. Christian said that he wants to holler at Jungle Boy's mom, and Christian unveiled that Luchasaurus comes out in a darker attire, Luchasaurus with a darker mask, and he came out vicious than ever. I mean, I guess when Jungle Boy returns, he got to go through Luchasaurus to get to Christian. And you can tell Christian playing brainwashing Luchasaurus, and Luchasaurus don't even know what's going on. Poor Luchasaurus. He's being brainwashed by Jungle Boy. Brainwashed by Christian, I meant to say. Christian got that, and Young Boy don't have to say Luchasaurus. He's gonna have to go through him and fight him. Like he gonna have to go through him in the worst way than possible. I can tell you that right now. In the evil hands of Christian. Also too, the let's see, before we get to the main event. All right, we're gonna get to the main event. It was blood and guts, and blood and guts right here. Um, these are the rules for here are the rules for blood and guts. Blood and guts will begin with one member of each team for a 4-minute period. After the 4 minutes have expired, one member of the Jericho Appreciation Society will enter, giving them a 2-on-1 advantage. Each team will then alternately send a man in for every 3 minutes. Well, we told you the blood and guts was that it was going to be barbaric. It was going to be vicious. It was going to be monumental in blood and guts. And this is what had happened in Blood and Guts, as you can see right here. Jericho came out there. I don't know what the hell he dressed like. I was thinking the Backstreet Boys, the Firefighters, Jericho and his team. Some say they dressed like the Vivo from the music group, or Cobra Kai, or I mean Kool Aid Man, you name it. They were just all out of place. I don't know what the hell they were trying to dress like. Um, it was that. Well, Jericho had his team a team advantage, and it started with Cesaro and Sammy Guevara. Cesaro and Sammy Guevara start out blood and guts. Cesaro was elected by the Blackpool Club to start off, and he started off. Cesaro then took his attention to his former tag team partner, Jack Swagger. Who can forget when they were tag team in WWE as the Un-American? It's Zeb Coulter when you need him. But Jack, and they beat up each other. Then it led to Daniel Garcia getting pummeled and was the first to bleed. And we don't want we're gonna show it, but it's graphic. But for our mature audience, y'all are mature enough to see. This is what happened with Chris Parker. He was hanging like we don't want to say what figure he was hanging like. Also too, um world champion, interim world champion John Moxley taking out seals to stick to the head of what's his name, Parker, leaving a mark on him. It was like very barbaric, very dangerous. But the dangerous part didn't stop there. As this had happened right here, if we can show it, let's show it right here. Eddie Kingston and Chris Jericho went up top of the cage. Kingston and Jericho went up top of the cage, and the next thing you know, you can tell right Eddie Kingston set it up. Sammy Guevara to take the hit. Guevara took the hit. You see right here, we want to show you one more time the replay. He held him up. And Sammy trying to save his friend and his mentor and his leader, Chris Jericho. Sammy took the plunge and went through right here, like a Mick Foley moment, through the cage, outside the cage, and fell through almost 40 feet. Man, Sammy Guevara taking a big bump. Sammy Guevara taking the hit for his team and stuff. And when it was the hit, it led to it being the hit. And it led to us that, and we showed you Parker right here laid out. It was just a complete mess. You can tell right here, Sammy took that hit, and he ain't been moving since. Hopefully, Sammy Guevara is okay. Chris Parker, he's gonna have to have medical attention. All these men, y'all gonna have medical attention. Daniel Garcia, even him, the one that likes to talk a lot, he's gonna have to have medical attention too. The Jericho Appreciation Society lost the match when Claudio put in the sharpshooter and made this man right here that Moxley had put the sticks on, made him tap out and stuff. Claudio, or you want to call him Cesaro, did his thing and did his thing well. We're gonna show you pictures of it that kind of led to that and stuff. Ooh, that was so dangerous. You can tell it's dangerous, but they was victorious, as you can see right here. Claudio, Eddie Kingston, Santana Ortiz, Tease, and Willa Utah. All five men were victorious in their match, and it was a victorious. You kind of thought that Eddie Kingston and Cesaro was going to have bad blood through their bad blood and a Ring of Honor way back in the day, but it wasn't that. Eddie Kingston kind of felt like Claudio stole the win from the. Hey, long as he won for the team, that's all that matters. Cesaro did what he had to do. He won for the team. They probably Eddie Kingston still probably upset about that, but he'll be okay. He was a winner, but he wanted Jericho to tap out, but he couldn't get Jericho to tap out the way he wanted to. Cesaro beat him to the punch. So at the end, this blood and guts match was a moment that many people will talk about and hear about in the coming week, coming month. All right. All right. That's going to end your AEW ring report. It was that, a ring report. All right. Let's move forward. Let's move forward to wrestling hot topics. On wrestling hot topics. Um, let's go to wrestling hot topics, please. On wrestling hot topics. We got a lot to talk about right here. Rampage, a Royal Rampage. Oh Lord, they trying to be like Royal Rumble now. They're gonna try to make something different. Well, all these men right here that you see will compete and for a shot at the interim world champion John Moxley. Whoever wins that version of the Royal Rumble, the Royal Rampage, gets a shot at the it's the first shot against John Moxley, which don't make no sense. He might well be world champion, if you ask me. And then to me, he should be defending his title against one of the Jericho Appreciation Society members. At least two of them, Jericho, well, at least three, Jericho, um, Jake Hager. We did impressions showing, and also to Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara can get a boost as well too. Um, so who knows what they're gonna do? But I will pick them three. Maybe this their version of the Royal Rumble may make sense. So we'll see on what's going on. We see a couple of participants. We don't see no one from the Rampage Rumble, but we'll see how this all gonna play out. Also, too, on AEW Rampage, Tony Storm versus former women's champion Nia Rose. I guess who's going to be in entire contention. We'll have to wait and see on that one, as well as the Young Bucks, the tag team champions, who were viably upset tonight and no one was around. They want to take their frustrations out on this team, this Japanese team. They do so this week on Rampage, the World Tag Team Champs. Also, too, Alan Angels, who used to be a member of the Dark Order, his contract is coming up, so he won't no longer be part of the Dark Order. So Alan Angels contract's coming up. Um, AEW not going to renew it, so you know how that be. Also, too, on WWE The Bump, they unveiled the John Cena's Legacy Championship. John Cena, a former world champion, the 16-time champion. Well, it's sort of like a replica of his United States Championship with all his logos and stuff with entwined, as well as Cena with the 16 diamonds representing 16 world championships. John Cena done it all. John Cena celebrated his 20-year anniversary on Raw this past Monday. Will do so. I don't surprised they even made mention of him doing some at SummerSlam. But you never know what may happen. We'll see. But John Cena got a commemorative championship title design, and that's nice. So you can order it on WWEshop.com. They show it on the bump. Well, speaking of bumps, Warlow, who's in contention, could be the next TNT champion. Warlow did a pick here and talking about he can build the demographic up and build the women demographic. He ain't got no problem with the women demographic. I think he's going to be in the Goldberg phase, like women want to be with him and men want to be like him, sort of like that stuff. So it's all in that matter. So you can look to see him there. Also, too, AEW announced that the Grand Slam and Rampage will come. Tickets going on sale July 22nd for their September show. So AEW coming for their show this week. All right. All right. All right. That ends hot topics right there. We know that this week there will be no SmackDown ring report. We will have the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Money in the Bank predict the outcome special. And you know what I mean? Money in the Bank predict the outcome special. We'll have that this week. So no SmackDown ring report this week. It'll be just the Money in the Bank predict the outcome. Results from SmackDown will be added to whatever match that will be covered on SmackDown, as well as covering this past week's Raw, including Cena's return. So it's a lot going on this week coming up. So, you know what I'm saying? Be on your tippy toes. Me being Kendrick Dick saying so long, I'm gonna leave you with this image right here of the Blackpool Combat Club ending up victorious over the Jericho Appreciation Society. They won. Cesaro made his AEW Dynamite debut, as well as Kingston getting the win. World champion, interim champion John Moxley, Willa Yuta, the pure champion of Ring of Honor, and Santana Ortiz. They all six got the job done. So we're gonna leave you this with the Blackpool Combat Club being victorious. We'll see you this Friday after SmackDown for the Money in the Bank Predict the Outcome. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show presents the AEW Dynamite Blood and Guts Special Ring Report. I've been your host, Kendra Dick, saying so long, and we'll see you this Friday for Money in the Bank Predict the Outcome. See you later.